had just sent me yesterday an email with from the roadside team that they had sent to her about contacting you, that they'd left a couple messages for you.
I don't know who's contacting me. Some company's contacting me. I've tried calling Progressive twice, and I've been hung up on twice.
Okay, so
and I've provided pictures to Lauren, and I can provide more receipts that I was in that area.
Yep.
That I got gas in that area and stuff like that. And not only did you leave me stranded, and even though I had roadside assistance, and you didn't come out and help me, and you left me in danger. You do realize that, right? How much you left me in danger because you didn't come out. That's a safety violation. Okay, second of all, now you're making it really hard for me to get reimbursed for the money that I had to spend out of pocket. So that's another violation, fraud violation.
So,
And I have provided everything that I can provide to you because the company won't give me a receipt. I requested at the time of service, and I requested 2 times more.
Right.
And that's not my fault. So I can write a sworn statement, and I've already provided the pictures of the donkey.
Yep.
And I can provide pictures of gas receipts,
so those. So
there shouldn't, it's not really my fault that the company didn't give me a receipt. Do you consider it my fault?
I'm not. So what?
I would like an explanation.
What I'm explaining to you is that all of those roadside claims are handled under a different umbrella of Progressive. So we have.
So why don't I pay them instead of you? I paid you, so you're responsible for it. My bill came out under Progressive, not Agera. Okay, so you're gonna be responsible for it.
Agera is the company that we use.
Well, I don't pay Agera. I paid Progressive. Progressive took my money, not Agera. Okay, and you don't get to transfer anything to a third party company without telling me. Was I told that my roadside was with Agera? I was never told that my roadside was with Agera. And you don't get to transfer my anything to a third party without telling us.
It's a separate umbrella.
Well, that's not okay. I paid Progressive. Yes. My money came out of my bank account from Progressive, not Agera. Progressive will handle it. And I will only deal with Progressive. And I don't want any other company to call me. I paid Progressive. You don't get to transfer it to a CIA third party called Agera. Do you understand? I know Agera's CIA. You don't get to transfer anything to a third party without telling the client. We pay Progressive. My bill was taken out, and I paid Progressive insurance, not Agera.
I understand that.
Okay, and so I want to be reimbursed by Progressive. Is there some kind of misunderstanding here that you have to reimburse somebody? If you didn't come out and do your job, then you have to pay me for what I had to pay out of pocket. And I am waiting for that check, and I will not stop until I get it.
So what I'm telling you is that this person that I have the email from that spoke to Lauren after she took all the pictures and everything, she submitted that, submitted the claim. This person is with Progressive. It's just not right here in this office. What we handle is total loss paperwork for vehicles that are in accidents that are total losses. That is all.
You seem to be doing just the runaround, and I don't, I haven't been able to get through any of these numbers. They keep hanging up on me. I have it all on video. They have hung up on me 3 times. I can't get through to them.
And I apologize. But
okay, and first of all, you already left me stranded in the middle of nowhere. Second of all, I'm not going to go through this anymore. I want to be reimbursed for this claim.
Right.
And I can prove that I can, whatever you need to request with the proper documents. If I can't get the receipt from the company, that's not my fault. Then you ask for, do you have any other documents that you can provide? That's the next step you take. You don't just deny a claim. Then you say, okay, well, can you write a sworn statement? Do you have witnesses? Okay, do you have other receipts that you can provide? All of those steps need to be taken before you say, oh, we're going to just deny this receipt. This claim. Okay, otherwise that's complete fraud, and I don't authorize anybody to turn my insurance over to a third party without asking me. Did you where's the documentation that Agera is roadside assistance?
It's the team that handles those.
Okay, and when and was I informed that Agera was my roadside? I was never informed that Agera was part of my roadside.
He is under Progressive.
Okay, I want some documentation that Agera is working with Roadside. That never came to me when I paid my bill with Progressive. So who is this Agera company?
So if you let me explain, I will gladly explain.
Okay.
So when you call to do a roadside, there is a vendor that finds tow drivers. That's what Agera is. That's their job. So we, as Progressive, who you are insured with, send that over to Agera and say, we need a tow at this address.
Well, I never even got that far. Nobody even contacted me back. They just left me hanging in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. Okay, I didn't even get that far. So there you already screwed up there.
Also, I can't speak to that.
Oh, you're going to try to just pass the buck, but I paid Progressive. So, I expect to be reimbursed by Progressive.
I understand that.
You don't get to pass the buck to Agera and say...
This person works with Progressive. They have been calling you to talk to you about this. They emailed Lauren.
I never got a phone call from anybody.
Well,
this is total fraud.
That's what I've been told. That's the information that was shared with me, and that's all that because I can't look up this.
Everybody just keeps hanging up on me. I have it on video.
I have no access.
I have it on video. I've been hung up on twice.
I do apologize about that.
Yeah, it's totally unprofessional.
What I'm telling you is,
and I'm putting this on YouTube for everybody to see.
I can't access that information.
Okay.
But the roadside department under Progressive has a claim open, and they sent this email to Lauren because she filed the claim, and she forwarded it on to me in case there were any questions about anything. So I have that, and that's the callback number for them as well as their claim number in their system. It is Progressive, but just like we don't have access to home claims.
Well, I can't help that I didn't get the receipt from the company. Right. So where do we go from here?
Again, I can't speak to what exactly.
I can't help. It's not my fault that they're refusing to provide me with the receipt.
And I understand.
Okay, so what do we do from here?
I'm saying this number is who you have to call and give them this claim number.
I already called that number and they hung up on me.
That is not this number though.
I've already been calling that number and they hung up on me twice. That's what I told you already twice. I've been hung up on 3 times.
Okay.
That I'm not getting anywhere. I want you to call them right now and find out what's going on. I'm going to wait. Well, I will not get hung up on again.
I'm not here anymore because it's almost 5
Okay, well, I will just come back tomorrow. And I've already been hung up on 3 times.
Okay, I will reach out to this.
Yes. Okay. And I will expect an answer tomorrow. What's your name?
My name's Jordan.
Okay. I've already been hung up on 3 times. I have it on video.
Okay.
Online. I've been calling that number. Okay. And that's why I had to come up here and waste my gas. Understand? Okay. And then now they're trying to refer me to this number, which I'll probably get hung up on.
All I can tell you.
What else do you want from me?
I have, and that is that this person said that they've called you and left 3 messages. That is all that I can say.
No.
What is the best number to contact you?
651-767-2892.
Okay, perfect. I will send that over to, I can't remember off the top of my head what her name is, but I have that email. I will send it to her and have her give you a call to go over those next steps, okay?
Okay.
Okay.